Gopal Krishna Goswami, it was a very important part of his devotional life to offer obeisances to each and every devotee. Because from a material, from a social perspective, he was in such a high position. Because these devotees were serving Srila Prabhupada, he worshipped them. I never heard of any time he ever found fault with anyone. Throughout his whole life, he didn't criticize. This was his love for Srila Prabhupada. This was his faith in Srila Prabhupada. This was his surrender to the path of bhakti. That anyone, wherever they're coming from, he was offering obeisances to them if they were offering service to his Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. And even in later years, when he became an acharya, I believe he opened the most temple in the history. He inspired the most book distribution in history. He distributed the most prasad in history. He's the senior most of all members of the GBC when he left. The chairman of the Indian Bureau, which is like the legal entity that oversees all the properties of India. He was in the Bureau from the very beginning. Such intimate association he had in the service of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, because devotees were joining the temples. There wasn't many congregational devotees in those days. But Srila Prabhupada, because devotees in those, you remember, it was one of the preaching platforms to convince you to join the temple and move in and give up everything else. That was the old days. Srila Prabhupada told the devotees, do not preach to him to join the temple. He has such a respectable job. And he's contributing so much to all of us so that you could do what you're doing. Let him be as he is. And that's very interesting because it's like a special parampara spirit. When our own beloved Srila Prabhupada helped his two godbrothers, Bhakti Sharanga Goswami Maharaj and Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, start a temple in Bombay. The three of them served so nicely and so enthusiastically, and Srila Prabhupada was actually bringing people and leading kirtans, speaking. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada came to install the deities, the Prana Pratishtha. And his godbrothers were saying, Abhay Charanadavinda, or Srila Prabhupada, he should be the temple president. He's so expert and he's so good. At the time, Srila Prabhupada had a family and he was working in Bombay. He had a business. And Srila Prabhupada said, let him do what he is doing now. He will do everything in due course of time. And how Srila Prabhupada was saying such a similar spirit in regard to Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami. Srila Prabhupada completely trusted and depended not only on his skills and his intelligence and his devotion, but his absolute, complete loyalty, dedication, and dutifulness. any responsibility he accepted for Srila Prabhupada, he expanded to so many more responsibilities. But he always was faithful to whatever responsibilities he had. And in many ways, more than anybody could imagine.